Recorded live with little or no editing. It's Defense Up. I'm your host, Run7. How you doing? Today, we have Reaper, who is actually a return guest, but since he changed his name, I thought I'd do it again. No, he's been gone for a while, came back. We're going to check out his defense, see if it's any good. We grade on 5 different criteria: who you're using, their placement, their power levels, their ISO 8, and what kind of mood I'm in. And we're going to jump right into it with team number 1, Doc Ock Sinister 6. Okay. So he, got that level 1 blue ISO on Doc Ock. That's great. He's a healer, and he's super duper tough to kill. All them red stars on there. That's going to be a tough Doc Ock. I like that. He's adjacent to both the chargeable characters, exactly where he should be. I'm seeing the correct ISOs on these. You could put healer on Rhino if you want to, but I like him as a raider also. Yeah, it's a good looking team. I really like that. Power levels are nice. Maybe bring up some on that front row a little bit, but they're not really worth investing in. I'm going to wait and see when Kraven the Hunter comes out, what happens with this team. No idea when he's coming out, but I know he's in the works. They got a movie coming, so I imagine it's going to be sometime in the next 2 patches. Yeah, I like this team. I'm going to give you an A for this. That's really good stuff. I like it. All right, team number 2, Fantastic Four with She-Hulk. This is exactly what you should be doing with your Fantastic Four, is putting them on defense at this point. They don't really punch up against anything anymore. It's an uncomfortable team to work with. I like the power levels on this. She-Hulk needs a little bit more work. She actually helps out a lot on this defense. And bring up the Thing. He's a hitter. You got the Skirmisher Striker combo set up everywhere. Healer on your tank. And again, this is another good-looking team. I'm going to give you an A. Nice work. Team number 3, Guardians with Ghost. This is where you put your Ghost. She's got nowhere else. She shouldn't have another team to go with, right? Nobody's building the rest of her Pimtech team. You take her into DD4, let her do the work, and then you put her on this team. Minerva in here is good. It's kind of a challenging team. You don't want to use one of your more meta teams because it's not required, but at the same time, this is like the best of the non-meta teams, the old school teams. It's like pretty good. Let's see. So the only thing that I don't really like with this team is that you've got Rocket as a raider, and I think Rocket should be a striker. The reason is there is a mechanic between Star-Lord, Rocket, and Groot where they tend to call Guardians and or Groot for their assists. So Groot comes in for one of them all the time, and the other one 50% of the time, and sets that vulnerable, and then they go in for the triple hit combo. So change him to a striker, although you've already got him at level 3, and Raider is a secondary pick, so maybe don't spend the ISOs changing him. But if you got some spare ISOs, change him. I just don't think it's really worth it. Let's see. Otherwise, yeah, I'm digging it. Maybe put Groot. Switch places with Groot. You kind of want him to die, so don't keep him on the outside. Keep him on the inside where you get some splash damage. I'd put Minerva to the outside because people are really going to be going after her. And then I would put Ghost on the other side because the way I attack into this team, well, I put Minerva on the left side and Rocket on the right side because I usually go into this team, go after Minerva, then kill Rocket. It really brings down the DPS. Then you got to work on Ghost. But yeah. The team's full of targets. It's a good team. I'm going to give you a B+ for this team. I just think you should change placement and ISOs. All right, here's a hybrid team with Black Bolt, Coulson, Yo-Yo, Squirrel Girl, and Crystal. This is a really good team. Works well with Surfer on it, though I don't think you should be using Surfer on defense. Surfer should be reserved for those Heroes for Hire teams. Wow, the blue ISO on Black Bolt. That's good. Raider on Coulson is good. Skirmisher on Yo-Yo is good. Healer and Raider. It's good. It's really good. I'd like to see you shore up some of the power levels like Coulson and Crystal. Bring them up to like 95k. Otherwise, it's another good looking team. A- for this one. All right, team number 5. Wave 1 Avengers. It looks like you took Black Widow off to run on Skilletary. That's a thing to do. Skilletary's great into those high-end Mercs. And our alliance has been coming into some high-end Mercs lately, so I hope that's where she's at. Let's see, you got a great big Thor. I'd like to see Hulk get bigger. Hulk needs to resist the stun from Mordo when people come in with that supernatural or hella natural team. So bring up his power level for sure. It's going to make this team work a lot better. ISOs are good. Yeah. All right. I like this. I dig it. It's another good team. I'm going to give you A-. Just power up that Hulk. Team number 6. Here we got the Emmarauders. You know, if you got Doom, I would say throw Doom in here. Because then it makes it a little bit tougher for that for the Shadowlands team to come in and do work on them, because you've just got so many targets now. In fact, I would replace Sabretooth and Mystique with Doom and Minerva, and that makes this team really tough. Shadowlands, it's almost a 2-tap team at that point. There's just too many targets, too many things happening. However, if you're running it as is, I think you've got a really solid team. I think you've got the perfect placement. I think you've got really good ISOs. I prefer Barrier on Strife, but at this point, it really doesn't matter because the counters and how the counters work into this team, the Barrier mechanic isn't such a big deal anymore, so maybe Healer's the way to go at this point. I'm not even going to dock you for that one. Power levels are fantastic. This is just a big team. Lots of those red stars. I like it. Let's see. Sinister's all the way up. Just need a star on Emma, but who knows when that's going to happen, right? Because she's absolutely unfarmable right now. And really not worth paying the $50 for, or $30 for 50 shards of her. Don't buy those offers. I think this is really good. You're on the border of an A-, but I'm going to give you the A for it. It's a good team. The only thing is, consider breaking them up, using them as hybrid teams elsewhere. Yeah, there's just so many hard counters to this team. You put a lot of investment in it for what's just going to get probably annihilated. Somebody will just come within like a 480 Shadowlands will beat this. Yeah. All right, number 7. Hero for hire with Kestrel. I really hope you're in a room with defense down, because that makes this team one of, if not the most challenging defensive teams in the game right now. You've got good red stars and stars on all your team, all your players. Placement is okay. I think you should swap Iron Fist with Colleen Wing. Keep her on the outside. She's a primary target. That way you're not getting so much splash damage to everybody else. Although, honestly, this team heals and recovers so much from stuff. Probably not going to be a big deal. Let's see. You got Healer, Striker, Skirmisher, Striker, Healer. Those ISOs are correct. Power levels are looking good. Of course, you want to power up those 2 girls as much as you can. Fantastic team, though. That's another A, man. You're just crushing it today. Way to go. All right. 8 is the Mercs. Skirmisher Striker combos there. You're going with the secondary healer things on your 2 minions. That's okay. Your placement is very good. I would consider swapping places with Bullseye and Killmonger. Killmonger has self-healing. Bullseye is a little bit squishy, and he's also the smallest one, so getting those deflects on him from Merc Riot Guard is the thing to do. Otherwise, another good team. So fix that placement. I'm going to give you an A- on that. That's a pretty scary team. That's going to require Skeleton. Okay, if you like what you saw, then please hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button too if you want to see some more of these. I will have some Marvel Future Revolution content coming out in the near future, because, you know, I want to, you know, do what everyone else in the world is doing right now and cover that game also. And then, yeah, just remember we stream on Twitch 9 to noon Thursdays. Come check this out live. We do lots of other stuff. Don't just have a good game, be good to each other too. Bye.